25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. The Bulls ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And there he is, this senior wide receiver, coming off a splendid performance, more than 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns.
And this receiver, when we talked about him in the preseason, he was up on all the lists, right? One of the best in the country, makes his QB better, and he has not disappointed. I think he's better than we thought he was, and he was already one of those guys we were talking about, so Palmer looks a little bigger, maybe a little bit stronger, but making his quarterback look good.
Well, he told us yesterday he thought he had his best offseason that he's had since playing college football. And he said, because of the success I had a year ago, I knew I was going to get double-teamed more this season. I had to be ready for it. And early this year, he has been just that. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Hits inside. It's Upshaw. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. 2nd and long here. He wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Fresh set of downs going up top. Holds on. It's Upshaw.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Upshaw. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jet sweep to the receiver. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the USF Bulls offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? Was so special a year ago. And David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning, and he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong, got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started this season.
Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now on the counter. Here's some daylight. Past the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The play fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Clemson Tide. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This USF offense will open this drive right here. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And he avoids the sack. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. There he goes down the right side. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it a little bit.
And just break that extra tackle, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Alabama pushing the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Finds his big tight end. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. The snap sets up the throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Going to the ground. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Right back to the well. Down he goes. You've got a 3rd and manageable back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Trying to slip through and pick it up. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Making his first move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off-play action on first down. Has it! And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Trying to bully their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown Tide!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Tells the run, wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Bulls decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Sweet putt there. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Keeps it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Second down, going to throw it. Between the hashes, it's Beebe. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down play from the gun. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And with the interception, they'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take...
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at this injured Bull. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Motion from the wideout. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Upshaw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Powers inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Drops back on 1st down. Throws quickly. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. 2nd and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. Out wide left, it's Upshaw. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He's changing the play. From the gun. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. It's a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Makes the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nice move there. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulls. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pulls it in. It's Punga. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to go up top on second down. Complete to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Extending the play. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. Second down to the air. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now USC will call its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This USF offense will open this drive right here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Into the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Running inside. It's Upshaw. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. They'll need a bunch on second down. The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. 2nd and long here. They'll go to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle. It's Punga. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Sells to fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
On his way back from the 20. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're testing the right side here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. They booted away on 4th down. On the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Bulls use their 1st timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Upshaw. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback keeper. And he's brought down after a short gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Upshaw. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Quarterback on the keeper. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Hand it to the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Knight. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Still looking. Just too much heat that time, and they knock it down at the 31. When you see these Alabama linebackers demolish quarterbacks and wreck things in the backfield, you have to think of Derek Thomas in that 27-sack season in 1988.
27. That's insane to have that many sacks in a season, especially when they didn't throw the ball that much. But finding ways to get after quarterback. You've seen Alabama guys, they're built different, they're recruited differently, and they have a lot of success, and they get after quarterbacks.
Got it. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Play action on first down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Upshaw. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Breaks into the open. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They put the brakes on it. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Driven back. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. This for a lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. RPO complete. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be an 8-yard loss. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Relatively short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he gets it away. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Wide receiver going in motion. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got the tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one is perfect. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them, a 5-point lead here in the 4th.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This USF offense will open this drive right here. Well, they turned the ball over on that last drive, ended up giving up a field goal, and now they could really use a touchdown this time around. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run just yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Hands it off. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USF! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This is an impressive run by this squad, man. Getting down big and everything looking bleak, but to be able to believe in themselves, to play one play at a time, dig their way back. Palmer, they've come all the way back against a good team, and now they got the lead.
It's really been impressive, David. I think that was the question coming into this game. People wanted to know, are they for real, or are they just a bunch of front runners? They got down early, but they never quit. Their playmakers have stepped up. They've done what is necessary, and they've executed at a high level. And all of a sudden, down multiple touchdowns, here they are making a statement with the lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He makes the catch. Breaks free, and he might be gone. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it?
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Pulls it. He'll keep it himself. He'll toss it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Kick is in the air. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And they'll stop him right there on the return. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. That last play is the epitome of why you have to have a short-term memory. Just forget about that one. 2nd down, going to throw it. Stop right there. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. fires to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on it.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.